This week on Steel Horse Thunder. It's that time of year for the motorcyclists to cut loose and have a little fun.
That's what the girlfriend's for. She's moderating me. Yeah.
You may not know it, but this event is important to every motorcyclist in this state.
What they do is they fight for the freedoms of motorcyclists. Anything that's positive for motorcycling, they want to be involved in.
It's time to let it all hang out at the Boogie.
Steel Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.
When it's time to ride, we'll keep your mind where it matters most, on the open road. We get it. Ryder Insurance is the only insurance company specifically created for the motorcycle and ATV communities. No one but riders. Our specialized staff is here for you with great coverage options, discounts to help you save, and 24/7 claims reporting if something happens along the way. And with roadside assistance included on all of our policies, we've got your back wherever the road leads. We get it. No worries, just riding.
Family. We know it's important.
That's why our family mission is to protect yours.
If you've been injured in any accident, call us.
The insurance company may not be looking out for your family,
But we are.
Call us. We will get you the compensation you deserve and help you protect the most important thing in your life, your family. Leidendorf Law, your Indiana injury lawyers. Like family, because we are.
Hey, it's going to be a little bit different episode this week on Steel Horse Thunder. I'm going to say right up front, parental guidance is suggested. Going to be some adult themes. Cindy, where are we at?
We're at the Midwest Boogie. Scott, you ready to boogie?
I am ready to boogie. And you know what? We're going to explain why every motorcycle rider in the state of Indiana should be concerned about the boogie. Why we're here. ABATE raises their money here so they can continue doing what they do in this state. So let's find out more about ABATE and more about the boogie. Jay, I know you're in charge of ABATE of Indiana. How did all that get started?
I am the executive director for ABATE of Indiana. I've been in that position since 1996. ABATE actually began back in the 1970s. The motorcyclist rights movement nationally began about that same time, late 60s. Easy Riders magazine, all that stuff. The culture sort of evolved. And the feds had put in place a national helmet law, which was then repealed in the mid-70s, allowing states the freedom to choose. So state motorcyclist rights organizations, SMROs, which ABATE of Indiana is one, and there are ABATEs or organizations similar to them. Many use the word ABATE in their name across the country in virtually every state now. What they do is they fight for the freedoms of motorcyclists. Anything that's positive for motorcycling, they want to be involved in. Something that's good for rider education or that benefits or allows motorcyclists equal access to roadways, just like any other form of transportation, we're going to support. If it is detrimental to motorcycling, something that is unfair or discriminates, insurance is often one where they single out motorcycles just because they're motorcycles. Sometimes parking restrictions, any number of things that are not really fair to motorcyclists. We want to be, opposed to those and very loudly be opposed to those. That's where the grassroots lobby efforts of the state motorcyclist rights organizations evolved from.
All right, Rochelle, I love your bikini top. Did you make this yourself?
I did. We saw these hands in Walmart and decided that this was the bra to wear today.
Well, it's the bra of the day, all right? So, can I touch them?
Absolutely.
That's really weird. Does it feel weird having them on?
It does, and you can actually put your hands in them. So I thought about filling them with ice because it's so hot.
That's a great idea. It really is. So are you going to?
Probably before the sun goes down, absolutely.
Okay, you got to tell me this. I know you can put your hands in there. Do you sit there and put your hands in there and play with the boots all day?
No, I let him do that. That's his job.
Good job. I bet he loves it too, right?
He does.
So Bill, how did you come up with this idea to cook food?
Well, because all the guys that come out and camp, all my friends, everybody kept bringing food. So next thing you know, they come over, they eat my food and they leave theirs behind. So it's like, well, you know what? Why don't everybody just pitch in money and I'll buy the stuff and I'll cook it.
So how many people do you cook for?
As many as 60 in our group.
So that's a lot of people. How do you make that much food out here on grills for that many people?
I got 2 big grills. They're 6-foot grills. I got a commercial deep fryer so we can deep fry food. And a lot of the girls come out and help, and some of the guys will jump in and we all just kick in and cook it up.
So do you charge for the food, or do you charge more than for the food so that you can make money?
I don't know. I don't make any money on this, not a dime. Usually what I do is I take the food and then I'll take the cost of the property, because I get all the lots. We got like 4 or 5 lots. I combine it all together and we break it up in between all of us. So however many people come, that's how much it's going to cost, broke down on the total cost.
That's pretty cool. And you cook breakfast, dinner, and lunch?
We usually have homemade biscuits and gravy in the morning, bacon and eggs, and sausage, and hash browns.
So what's for dinner tonight?
Tonight is spaghetti with homemade meatballs.
So you sat out here and made the meatballs yourself?
Actually, I got a whole pan of them over here.
So do you get to have any fun out here instead of just cooking?
This is fun. This is my fun. My wife tells me I can't cook at home because I cook for an army. So guess what? I'm out here, it's like an army.
It's a little beer.
What is it?
It's liqueur 43 and half, heavy cream.
And we're getting ready to do a shot, right?
Do a shot. You'll love it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. How many of these have you had today?
That's our 3rd bottle.
Your 3rd bottle, but how many shots?
Oh, I've had half of them. That's about gone. That's what I came with. Just me. We've done a little drinking.
You have.
A little bit of drinking. Yeah.
Well, you have some fun drinking.
A lot of fun. A lot of fun.
I keep saying grassroots, but grassroots is so important. When you go to lobby, either in Washington, D.C. or in Indianapolis, Indiana, you're up against a lot of folks that have really deep wallets. I mean, corporate America can spend a lot of money to try to get their point across. We ain't got a lot of money, so we have to make up for it in passion. And we have. For 40 years now, the motorcyclists have proven that they have the desire and the drive and the intestinal fortitude to make it happen.
Now I know we have a big event, the Boogie. Here locally it's just known as simply the Boogie. What is the official name of?
Bait of Indiana presents the Boogie.
Okay.
That's what it is. In our 35th year, been doing it a long time. It started out and still is a fundraiser for the organization, so it generates monies so we can perform these legislative activities and the rider education activities and the awareness work that we do. It helps finance those types of projects. We call it our state party. Because it is that. It's a heck of a party. You've been there, you know that.
It is.
We built it as the Midwest Best Biker Fest, and I think we can substantiate that. It's a great time, so people can have a lot of fun, but at the same time, they're promoting their rights and they're investing in their own future as motorcyclists. This doesn't go to some production company in California and New York. This stays here in Indiana to work on the campaigns and the programs I just spoke of that actually benefit bikers right here in the state.
Russ, I driving by here, I see your sign up here, St. Joseph County, A-Bait. It says where it all began. Is that why you guys are Region 1?
We are Region 1, that's where it started. We became the first region.
Is that right?
Yes.
Do you know when that got started?
I am not sure how many years ago, but as I know it, it started in a garage up in Elkhart County. 5 or 6 people, one lady, Wanda Hummel, sat around and thought they'd have a little organization to fight for bikers' rights.
I'll be. So you guys are all the way up there. Shoot, you guys are up by Lake Michigan now.
We are stone's throw from the line.
That's pretty cool. So this is kind of a getaway for you guys, man. We're all the way down in southern Indiana now, so you guys have a haul to get down here, huh?
This is a long getaway. All the regions, there's 13 of them. They build a pavilion down here. We're the last one to get one because we have to haul all the equipment, the tools, and material down here to get one, and we're still waiting to build ours.
All right. Well, and that's cool. I'm glad you said that because I did notice that there was some pavilions around here that actually had names on there. I didn't know if they just put the name on just for this event or if that.
No, they're permanent pavilions that each region has a letter, a number. And there's, like say, it's 13, 0 to 13. And we're number 1. And they got to 13 and they didn't know to go to 14, so they started with 0. Which I don't know why they got under us, but that's long before my time.
Gotcha. I know it's hot, so stay hydrated. I see you drinking something here. What are you drinking?
Oh, we're drinking just a little root beer. Just a little root beer. That's new on the market, yeah.
Not your father's root beer, man. I tell you.
She's a little high octane, 5.9%.
Tastes awfully good, and you have to be careful because
a little sweet though. You only do a few of them.
Right. Man, you guys have fun. Be safe, and every now and then throw a glass of water in there.
Yeah, I do. That's what the girlfriend's for. She's moderating me.
Right on.
Sissy, you were here last year. How has it been? Because I know that was your first year, and now you're back again.
Yeah. I'm moving up in the world. I got a new banner and a new logo. And this year, it seems like the attendance might be down a little bit slower, but I'm having a blast. And trying to get the nuts out.
Well, you got some hot nuts. Maybe that's why it's so hot today.
Thank you. You do too.
So the business is going good, though.
Yeah, it is. I'm growing a little bit. Facebook page is going. Sissy's Nuts on Facebook.
Now, I don't remember the trailer last year. Did you have the trailer last year?
No, I'm moving up. Yeah.
You're doing good.
Little baby steps.
Well, it's so good to see you out
You
here.
too. I'm glad you stopped by.
Your nuts are fabulous. I love them. They're good. So, are you giving me some?
Yeah.
Aw, thank you so much.
Bad things happen to good people. That's the difficult part of our job. Our firm works with great people during very tough times. Because of that, your compensation is our first priority. No one can prepare for the aftermath of an accident, but the insurance company is prepared to give you the bare minimum. That's why you need legal guidance, to give you a voice and get you the money you deserve. Leidendorf Law, your Indiana injury lawyers. Like family, because we are.
Hey, we got a brand new sponsor on board with Steel Horse Thunder. You've heard of Renegade Classics? Well, we now have one here in Indianapolis. I'm here with Vince, the owner of the shop. Vince, what can people find here when they come in?
Well, we want to try to fill all your biker needs at outlet prices. We've got t-shirts, leathers, 26 different kinds of jackets and vests for men's and women's. We have a very large ladies section we're very proud of, plus our bargain t-shirts, Dickie Works shirts, rain gear, accessories for your motorcycle, hopefully everything you need.
Right on. And what do we have to, I know you got some more stuff coming in. You guys are just opening up, so.
I do.
What else you got coming in?
We hope to have a very large selection of karaoke gear here for you to pick up and not have to wait and order. I want everything to be on demand, no waiting. We've got a large selection of boots, and that's still growing. Our helmet section, I'm pretty proud of, but we have more vendors coming in on that too, so.
Hey, they got everything you need here. They have ample motorcycle parking, and they have a seamstress on board to do all your custom embroidery or whatever else you need for your leather. Vince, where can we find you?
We're at 9546 Allisonville Road on the southwest corner of 96 and Allisonville, right next to Kip's Pub.
Tell them Steel Horse sent you.
So, Rachel, what kind of bike is this that you're riding today?
It's a 2008 Nightster.
And when did you get it?
2 years ago.
When did you learn to start riding?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. Did you go through the A-Bait course? We're here at the Boogie, which is put on by the A-Bait. So did you go through the course?
Yes, I did. It was good.
You loved it?
Yes, I loved it. Very informative.
So you've been riding for 2 years. Have you went on any big long rides, or do you have any bucket list?
We've been to Michigan, and I would like to go out west.
Is that a bucket list?
That's a bucket list.
And when do you want to do that ride?
Next year. I'd like to go to Sturgis or out west on the ocean.
So is this your first bike then? You said you started 2 years ago. This is your first bike, right?
My first bike, yeah.
So there's a lot of mud on this bike. How did you get mud all over it?
The downpour yesterday and the gravel and the dirt.
And so you decided not to wash it today?
I thought about washing it to put it in the bike show, but then we went for a ride, so we didn't have time.
Well, I don't think it'd do any good to watch it anyway, because it's just going to get muddy again with these roads.
Not right now, yeah.
Some people say true beauty comes from within. At Crambo's, we think beauty can be inside and out. Along with the best paint and body work in the state, Crambo's also offers all Harley motorcycle service work, from tune-ups to rebuilds. So make sure your bike looks as good as it runs and bring it on in to the only shop that treats your bike as good as we treat our own. Crambo's, we'll get you noticed.
Hey, everything's separated pretty good out here at the Boogie. We got 400 plus acres out here. We're getting ready to go to an area, and I always tell everybody, you know, there's a little bit of everything for everybody here, but if you want the true Boogie experience, you have to go into this next area. Cindy, where are we headed to?
We are going to Pervert Road. So we asked for craziness, and you show up. Jerry is craziness, isn't he?
That's right, that's me, man. I'm here to have a good time, enjoy this, and watch these people and everything. And that guy waving at me. So, you know, that's what we're here to do. We're here to have a good time. And glad to see you guys here. So, you know, that's what we're here to do, Cindy Lou.
So you've been here all weekend?
Yeah, except this morning I had to take my wife through the emergency room.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, I'm not going to say alcohol was involved, but she stumbled and fell and broke her elbow, her left elbow, and her right knee.
You know, you just asked me before I started this interview about looking into your eyes. Why did you want me to look into your eyes?
Well, Scott's not here, so I can tell you really, because I know you're crazy about me. And you follow these road maps right here, honey, you're going to get lost.
I am crazy about you.
You are.
Well, you have fun. Go get wild,
Right,
and we'll see you later.
Have a good one. See you.
Guys, it's Boogie 2015. Have you ever done this before?
Oh, about 26 years now.
Only about 26, huh?
Only about 26.
What brings you back year after year?
All the excitement to see the same friends year in, year out, and see the new ones. I brought me a Virgin Boogie this year, too.
First timer.
First timer. Love it. It's been an awesome experience.
Okay, you were a virgin this year, so what's been the craziest thing for you out here?
Oh my gosh. I think the accepting of all the nudity, like he said, and you get 3 or 4 on a bike and they're all nude and they're all bunched up together. It's like, okay, that don't look very comfortable, but okay. So it was a different experience.
But it's a good experience, correct?
Yes, it is. I love it. It's a great time.
I tell people all the time, this may not be, everything that goes on up here may not be your cup of tea, but it's so spread out that you're going to find something here that you're going to enjoy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because like I said, you've got some that's nudie during the day. People are great. They're all friendly, outgoing, you know. It's a good time. That's what we're all here for.
So this was your first year. Will you be back again?
Absolutely. Love it.
And what about you? You're still going strong?
I'll be back as long as I'm living.
Hey man, I saw you sporting the Rebel flag shirt. What do you think about the Rebel flag? It's been in the news a little bit.
It's kind of crap, you know. Well, it's all heritage. Not really hate, man. It's never hate. Some people take it over. It's like when you go down the bad neighborhood, man. Not a lot of people's bad, you know. Well, they had this, southern states. Same thing the Americans did to the British, man. They wanted to get away from the government. They didn't like the rules, so they had the same old flag, man. Well, now people's all butthurt because some kid shut up a church. Well, that could have been anywhere in America, man.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. And now they're all the hateful stuff, man. They want to take down the flag down in South Carolina. It's bullcrap, man. I'm glad Texas is still alive, man. They're hanging their flag over the State House. Confederacy didn't like America, so they just want to break away, and they fought for the country and they lost. You know, if they won, we would have had the Confederate flag hang instead of American flag.
That is very true.
The American flag, you know, we won against the British, now we have that. So same dilemma, man. Back in Revolutionary War, Civil War, man. It's just all
There you go, man. Well,
yeah.
And that's what it's about.
That's all it's
right?
about, freedom, man.
It's got nothing to do with
history. It's history, man.
You know, my gosh, you guys have got it set up where it is very diversified, and anybody of any walk of life can go down there and have a good time. And I always say, even if you don't go down there, I know some people, I wouldn't go down there for nothing. it's still important to you, to that biker, that this ABATE boogie is going on.
Yeah, thanks for making that distinction, Scott. That's what a lot of people don't understand. And nothing against these folks that are, making a living doing this. They're part of our industry, our culture, and our lifestyle as well, and we need them. We need manufacturers to produce the motorcycles that we want to ride. We need suppliers of aftermarket to allow us to customize and make it our own. And we need all these different people doing all of their respective roles. But some of these are strictly commercial ventures that just benefit a person's pocket, and that's not what we want. I mean, they're entitled to that, but bear in mind that when you come to this event, this is going right back into support motorcycling activities. This is supporting your freedom. This is motorcyclist rights at work, and we've got to have that support.
Hey man, it's the Boogie 2015. You guys represent the Moonshine Cowboys?
Yes, sir, we do. I'm actually the vice president. I got elected this past April. And we met last year, and I told you about our IBC ride. Last year we generated just a touch over $7,000. I set a goal to hit $10,000, and we actually almost exceeded $12,000 this past year. So, and we actually split it up between the IBC network, which is nationwide, and we also did 50% going to Francine's and Friends, which all the money we generate in Indiana stays in Indiana. So actually next year we're going to switch over totally to Francine's and Friends to help, the Hoosier State.
That's really cool, and that's what I love about it out here. We're out here at the Boogie, and there's different groups and different clubs and everything else out here, and this is what all you guys do, man. You're out there, you're raising money, you're helping, you're raising awareness. Man, I tell you what, my hat is off to you guys for what you do, and that's what I tell everybody. This is your guys' weekend. You guys get a weekend off, and how do you enjoy your weekend off?
Sitting around watching movies and drinking a lot of beer. But I have a lot of people come up, and they see us. The bikers have a bad name ever since the Waco thing goes on. But I tell them point blank, is if you do your research, you look it up. Bikers raise more money annually than any other foundation nationwide. Bikers generate that much money for all their separate causes.
Kelly, it's so good to see you out here. You look beautiful.
Thank you. So do you. You always do.
You made these calendars. What are you selling them for?
We started out at $10 a piece, and 100% went to the fundraisers that we were doing, the IBC and Francine and Friends, which is a mobile unit that goes around and gives free mammograms to people that cannot afford it. And they had came to the event, which the bike ride that we had was June 20th. And you'd have to check with Josh for the exact amount, but I know it was over 10,000.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of money raised for breast cancer.
We were really proud of that. Tony Metzger did all the photography and printed them out, and with the help of everybody involved, we got a lot of them sold.
You guys did an awesome job. I mean, these look really good.
Thank you.
And to raise that much money is just unbelievable.
Yes.
But the motorcycle community does a lot, and it is amazing what they do for charity events, raising money for so many charities.
Yeah.
And I know you guys do a lot. Even I know this is one that you've done, but you've done more charity events than just this.
Anything that I'm, asked to be involved in, I'm happy to do it. I enjoy being with it. I'm not with any particular group myself, but I love the tribe. I love the Moonshine Cowboys, and we're all just a big group of friends. Big group of friends, all of us.
And you guys do great things.
Yes.
You're all dressed up tonight. So what is going on with this outfit? I love your wings.
Well, some nights I have like the good angel, and then I have the bad one. And with the temperature change going on, white isn't really good for all the mud, but figured we're here, we might as well make the best of it.
But you're going to be the good angel tonight.
No, later I'm going to be the bad one.
Okay.
Man, it's the Boogie 2015. People say you'll see anything when you come in this place.
You sure can.
And I agree with that 100%. Dude, a trailer, I mean, this is a pretty cool trailer.
Well, a friend of mine had an old pauper's casket in his front yard. I have no idea why. I tried for years to buy it from him. I have no idea why. I brought it home and set in my driveway, and I thought I'd better do something with it. It kind of made the neighbors nervous. So recycled it into a trailer. It seemed like a perfectly good motorcycle trailer, a little utility thing. It's a little morbid, but to each their own.
I actually thought it was pretty cool when I saw it.
I'm kind of into recycling myself. I
I don't see a thing in the world wrong with it.
So do you have, I've got to assume that you got it sitting up here right by the roadway here. I mean, how many people have stopped by and talked to you about it and wanted to get inside this thing?
More than I ever imagined. Everyone, they'll drive by slow. That's terrible. Oh, can you believe they did that? Oh, that's nasty. And 5 minutes later, they pull back in and want to see if their wife or their girlfriend can get their picture taken in it, or both of them. It's had a lot more use having pictures, people having their pictures taken in it than anything else.
So did you do it all yourself then?
Yeah, there really wasn't too much to it. I would almost recommend that if you ever get your hands on a casket, they make a great trailer. It's the easiest thing in the world to do.
Dude, this could be the next big thing. How funny would that be? We got all the biker builder shows and all that kind of stuff. What about crazy trailer builds?
The only thing that I wished I would have had the time and finances to do is to put an engine, a real rear end, and a front end. I built custom trikes, and I think this would have made an interesting trike.
No doubt.
You know, maybe not a safe one or a realistic one, but a lot of fun as what we call a boogie bike.
Right.
Cruise around in.
Exactly. Exactly. So what are you asking for it?
I'm just waiting on somebody to make me an offer.
Yeah?
Yeah. I've got not a whole lot in it, and like I said, for marital relations, I just as well not take it home.
I hear you. Well, Jay, I appreciate you taking time to talk with us and share a little bit about Abate and what it's all about. I know the Boogie, it is a good time. And again, I say it all the time, whether you go to the Boogie or not, this is the most important event of the year for any motorcycle rider in the state of Indiana.
You know, where else can you go have a good time and still defend your rights? I mean, it's a win-win-win. You get to go out and play and see your friends and see some bands and just have a wonderful time at one of the best rallies that I know of. And at the same time, make sure that the work that we're doing continues to help your freedoms, to make sure our lifestyle and chosen mode of transportation can continue. So we want everybody to be a part of that.
Wow, Scott, it's been a long day, a long night, but it's worth it.
You know, had a lot of fun out here. And again, the money being raised out here for Abate will affect every motorcyclist in this state. That's why this event is so important. And if it's going to be important, why not make it fun? And remember, it's not what you ride,
it's that you ride.
Still Horse is brought to you by Leidendorf Law, with over 60 years experience in motorcycle and automotive injury cases.